Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel. So today, we're checking out two new guitars from IYV. You guys might remember from my NAMM show recap last week that I said I got two guitars from IYV while I was there at the show. And these are the two guitars. So both of these guitars are what IYV refers to as travel size guitars. So they're a little bit smaller than the traditional shape of the Telecaster and the Les Paul. But not only are they smaller, but they also have two built-in speakers and an internal amplifier. Now I'm going to go over all the specs, I'm going to play them, I'm going to demonstrate the speakers, I'm going to let you guys know how they sound. But first, today I decided that I'm going to bring in an expert. Since I've got two of them, I wanted to ask an expert on these mini travel size guitars which one that they would prefer. Which one do they think is better and why? So our special guest today is Emma. Emma, thank you so much for thank you so much for joining me in the video today.
It's my pleasure.
All right, so I wanted to ask you, in your expert opinion, we've got these two guitars here from IYV. In your expert opinion, which of these two guitars is better?
I like the yellow one more.
Really? I thought you were going to pick the pink one.
No, I like the yellow one.
Okay, so what made you decide that the yellow one is better?
Because I like the color more, and it just looks cooler in general.
In what way?
Because that one has like the dots, and then this one has like the square rectangle thing.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the inlays. So this one has kind of the trapezoid inlays, and this one has the dot inlays. Okay, so we've got the color. You like the yellow better. You like the inlays better on the yellow one. Is there anything else about the yellow one that you like better?
Because yellow is my favorite color.
Wow, that's as good a reason as any, right? You want to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here. Hold on to that. Goes like that. All right. How does it feel?
It feels smooth.
Smooth? Yeah? Is it heavy?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay.
It feels like portable. Like you could like easily bring it to places.
Portable. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what these guitars are for. Well, you're so smart.
I am smart. I know that.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me in the video today.
Okay.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we got our expert opinion. The expert chose this one. So I want to show you like a size comparison. How does it match up? What does it look like next to a regular sized guitar? And basically they look like this. And then the Tele model. Now here's what I really like about both of these guitars. The neck is a normal full-size guitar neck. It's a scale length of 25.5. So it's a normal size neck, normal size scale length. The pickups are regular humbuckers. The spacing is the same. Full-size bridge. Really all they've done, guys, is like to the outside of the body, they've just kind of shaved it down and made the outside of the body smaller. But everything else is normal sized, which is great because when you're playing it, it feels just like a regular guitar. The frets aren't closer together or anything like that, so it's really cool. And of course, it's the same thing on the Les Paul style guitar. Scale length, 24.75. Yes, I measured it to make sure. It's got two full-size humbuckers just like a Les Paul would have. And this one is a nice set neck design. So you're getting like pretty similar feel of a Les Paul, but just like a smaller body, just a little more compact. It just feels smaller. And again, the idea is that this is for travel, so it's going to be easier to take around with you. As far as the control layout, guys, they both have the same thing. They've got one volume, one tone, and a three-way toggle up here. Now I do want to point out, guys, that the toggle kind of goes sideways rather than up and down. And I thought, okay, I'll just take off the little cover here and I'll just turn I'll just turn it, right, to get it up and down. Well, that didn't work out because the way they routed out the hole here, it's not a circular hole like the cover. It goes this way, sideways. So that switch only fits in there at that angle. I can't literally turn it to make the switch go up and down. So you kind of have to get used to flipping the switch this way rather than up and down. I like the Tele better than the Les Paul because it's got a bolt-on neck. I like the unfinished neck. It's not a high gloss finish, it's like a satin finish. Thin neck, they did a good job on the neck, just like on the other IYV that I reviewed. Good, thin, fast neck, which is cool for me. And even the pickups sound pretty good on this guitar. Now these guitars will function exactly like a normal, regular electric guitar. It's got the jack right here, so you can plug it into your amp, you can plug it into your interface, whatever. It's gonna work like that, totally normal. But you can also activate these internal 2 speakers with the amplifier. The way you activate that is you pull the tone pot up like a push-pull pot, like this. Then they're on. Once the speakers are on, the volume controls the volume of the speakers. The 3-way toggle works just the same, deciding which pickups you want to use. You can still use the tone knob to color the tone as you're playing with those speakers on. Another cool feature, guys, it's got a headphone jack right here. So if you want to use the internal amp, you can plug in a set of headphones or earbuds, put them on, you're gonna hear the internal amp and it shuts off the speakers. So if you're somewhere where you wanna play but you don't wanna bother other people, you don't want coming out of the speakers, you plug it in there, you put on your headphones, and you're gonna be the only one hearing it other than the sounds of the strings. Now the amp, like how does it sound? Well, I'll show you guys in just a second, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's really not spectacular. I mean, the speakers are really small, so you're not gonna get a big sound. It's like, if you've ever played like radio, like a transistor radio with those little speakers, you kind of know what that sounds like. Not great, right? So the speakers and the built-in amps, they sound like maybe they've got a tiny bit of built-in distortion. There's a little bit of edge to the sound. It's not quite like completely clean, but again, it's coming out of these really teeny tiny speakers and not a good quality amp, I would say. So it doesn't sound very good, but you know, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've got nothing to plug it into, or you're at the park, you're having a picnic, you're just relaxing under a bunch of trees, and you want that little bit of volume, that little bit of sound, this could be good for that. All right, guys, I'm gonna play you some demos here. I'm just gonna do a little improvising. I'm gonna play it through the speakers, and then I'm also gonna play it through my amp so you can hear what it sounds like as just a normal electric guitar. Check it out. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the IY travel guitars. They play well, they sound good when plugged into an amp or plugged into your computer. Not the most amazing sound with the built-in speakers, but you know, it might be something cool for you, useful for you. You're traveling, you're going somewhere, and you want a little bit of volume, you want something. Not great sound, but it is something. Alright guys, if you want to check out either of these guitars, I've got links for both of them on eBay and on Reverb as well. As usual guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.